Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, AK Reads. Today we're going to be reading the book Geronimo Stilton, Shipwreck on Pirate Islands. But it won't be dangerous. I was working peacefully in my office one morning when my sister burst through the door. Thea is a special correspondent at the Rodents Gazette. What is the Gazette? Oops, sorry mouse fans, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Stilton, Geronimo Stilton, and I run a newspaper called the Rodents Gazette. It is the most popular daily on Mouse Island. Drop everything, Geronimo, Thea demanded. We're going on a mini vacation. I shook my head. I was way too busy. I had to meet with the printer, I had to meet with the photographer, I had to meet with the cafeteria mouse. I had found a tuft of fur in my macaroni and cheese last week. Yuck. Then my favorite nephew, Benjamin, appeared. Uncle, have you heard the news? He squeaked happily. We're all going on vacation. I'm so excited. This is going to be the best vacation of my whole life. How could I say no to my dear, sweet nephew? Well, all right, I agreed. Why don't we go to the Soft Squeak Resort? It's on a beautiful, relaxing island. Before I could continue, my sister interrupted me. Forget Soft Squeak, Jerryberry. That place is for senior citizens, she scoffed. We're going to the Pirate Islands, with white beaches, crystal clear waters, and jungles filled with wild animals. There are tigers, pythons, and even gigantic tarantulas. I shivered. Well, the white beaches and the crystal clear water sound great, but won't those wild animals be dangerous? Thea snickered. Oh, Geronimoid, stop being such a scaredy mouse, she scolded. Go pack your suitcase. We'll meet at the airport in 20 minutes. 20 minutes? I barely had time to comb my fur. The Pirate Islands Guidebook. Luckily, I remembered to pack a guidebook on the Pirate Islands. I like to read about the places I visit. I read about the pirates too. This is what I've learned. Welcome to Pirate Islands. The pirates, the pirate code. Many believe that pirates broke every law known to mice, but this is not exactly true. Pirates did obey some laws, but only ones that are established aboard their own ship. For example, the loot is to be divided equally among all pirates. No pirate is allowed to gamble. Every pirate must always be ready for battle. No women and children are allowed on board. Whoever steals or flees from combat will be punished by death. Privateers, buccaneers, and filibusters. After Christopher Columbus landed in America, there was an outbreak of piracy along the Caribbean coast in the Antilles. There are several types of pirates. Privateers were sailors who carried a letter given by their king, authorizing them to attack enemy ships. In exchange for this document, they were given half of their booty to their souvenir. Buccaneers were European pirates who attacked Spanish ships and settlement in the West Indies. Filibusters were pirates of English, French, and Dutch origin who operated in the Caribbean. Help! Pirate overboard! It seems incredible, but often pirates did not know how to swim. They prided themselves on dominating the seas without ever taking a bath. For example, the pirate Bartholomew Portuguese did not know how to swim, so he fled from a prison ship by floating to shore on a raft made of kegs. The Jolly Roger. Whenever someone saw a pirate flag approaching, he would be so frightened that more often than not he would surrender without a fight. Every commander had his own personal flag. These are the most famous. John Rackham died 1720. Callio Jack. Bartholomew Roberts 1682 to 1722. Black Bart. Henry Avery 1665 to 1728. Long Ben. Edward Teach died 1718. Blackbeard. Pirate ABCs. Aft, towards the rear or stern of a boat. Away, the position of an anchor as it is raised clear of the bottom of the sea. Batten down, secure hatches and loose objects both within the hull and on the deck. Below, beneath the deck. Booty, riches or valuables taken by force. Bow, the forward part of a boat. Bridge, the part of a ship from which the vessel is steered and is speed controlled. Chart, a map used by navigators. Course, the direction in which a boat is steered. Deck, the permanent covering over a compartment, hull, or any part of the ship. Doubloon, a golden coin once used in Spain, Spanish, and America. Forward, towards the bow of a boat. Galley, the kitchen area of a boat. Halyards, lines used to hoist or lower the sails or flags. Jolly Roger, a pirate flag, usually with a skull and crossbone design. Knot, a measure of speed equal to 1 nautical mile. 6,076 feet per hour. Logbook, the ship's diary, used to record weather conditions, course, speed, and any relevant information about the navigation and crew. Mast, a vertical pole used to support sails and their rigging. Port, the left side of a boat when one is looking forward. Rudder, a vertically hinged plate of metal or wood mounted on the stern of a vessel, which is used to steer its course. Sail, a piece of cloth that catches or directs the wind and powers the vessel. Sea dog, an unexperienced sailor. Shiver me timbers, an expression of surprise or disbelief when a ship hits a rock hard. Her timber shivers. Shrouds, the ropes used to support the masts. Starboard, the right side of a boat when one is facing forward. Stern, the rear end of a boat. Walk the plank, to be forced over the side of the ship into the sea. I continued to read the guidebook. Some small islands are no longer inhabited. One such is Little Coca, on which only one coconut tree grows. On the island of Finn's Revenge, the waters near the beaches are infested with ferocious sharks. Around the Isles of Motor Meltdown, the currents are so strong that ships don't need to run the engine at full power, so they don't crash against the cliffs. And then there's No Man's Land, an extremely small and uncharted island. Finally, the farthest and the wildest of them all is an island no airplane dares to fly to, and where no ship ever docks, and where no one would dream of going, the island of Thumpflop, where the numerous plop birds live. Here, according to a legend, a pirate hid a treasure right on the... My reading was interrupted by someone reading my name. It was my cousin, Trap. "Shake a paw, Germster," he shrieked. Everyone in the airport turned and stared. One thing you should know about Trap is he's the loudest and most obnoxious mouse in the world. Even worse, he loves to pick on me. I cringed. So much for a relaxing vacation. I would be lucky if I made it home with all of my whiskers. A most bizarre mouse. The plane landed 13 hours later. My stomach was in knots. And not nautical knots, if you know what I mean. Did I mention I'm afraid of flying? A small hydroplane was waiting us to take us to a place called Loot Island. According to my guidebook, the island was small and totally uncivilized. It means no lights, no running water, no cheese logs by the pool. I sighed. Oh, how I love a nice cheddar cheese log. My thoughts were interrupted by a most bizarre-looking rodent. He had lots of curly black hair, and he was dressed in purple shorts and a neon yellow shirt with red hearts. Around his neck hung a huge gold medal with the word "Scram" printed on it. "Yo, Mousy Mouse," he greeted me and stuck out one chubby paw. I noticed a shark tooth bracelet dangling from his wrist. "The name's Rough Rat Ricky, but everyone called me Bouncer," he announced. He squeezed my paw so high my eyes nearly popped out of my fur. "Rancid rat has. That mouse has some shake. He was crushing every bone in my paw. I wouldn't be able to write for weeks." I was about to complain when I noticed Rough Rat Ricky, aka Bouncer, had his tattoos. On his left arm there was a picture of a hideous dragon. On his right arm there was a ferocious cat with blood dripping from his jaws. I gulped. Yes, they're only tattoos, but they look so real. What kind of mouse likes such terrifying tattoos? I stared up at Bouncer. That's when I saw his ear. It looked like it had been chewed by a cat. No, I wasn't going to mess with this rodent. Just then Bouncer smacked me hard on the back. My whiskers nearly flew off my snout. "Ready to leave, Mousy Mouse?" he chuckled. I tried to squeak, but no sound came out. Bouncer had knocked all the wind out of me. "Scram! Move it! Get lost!" Bouncer bounded onto the hydroplane. He patted a photo on the dashboard with his stubby paw. It was a picture of an older female mouse with hair just like him. "Hi, Mumsy Wumsy," he cooed. He blew a kiss. Then he stared at the controls. "Frozen cheddar pop!" he shrieked suddenly. I forgot how to turn on the engine. My jaw hit the ground. "What did you say?" I stammered. Bouncer winked at me. "Just pulling your paw, Mousy Mouse," he chuckled. I grabbed my cousin's paw. "Couldn't you find a normal pilot?" I asked softly. "This one's so strange. Won't it be dangerous flying with him?" Trap smirked. "All the pilots are strange. Look at your sister," he remarked. "She's one of the strangest mice I know." Thea jumped to her paws. "My sister is a licensed pilot. She even has her own plane." How dare you? He shrieked at Trap. Before I knew it, the two of them were at each other's throats. I sighed. Meanwhile, Bouncer began preparing for takeoff. He first checked the controls, then he checked his seatbelt, then he checked his hair with a pocket mirror. Looking good. I stared anxiously out the window. The sky was very cloudy. The weather doesn't look so good. Won't it be dangerous flying in all these clouds? I asked Thea. Thea just scoffed. I'm sure Bouncer called the control tower. They check on the weather. If they say we can leave, then we leave. Don't be such a scaredy mouse, Jeremy still. I couldn't help it. The sky was getting darker and darker. It looked like we were about to fly into a big storm. Was it a thunderstorm? I hate thunderstorms. At home, I cheat under my bed when there is a thunderstorm. Suddenly, Bouncer stuck his head out of the window. He scrammed a paw on everybody on the runway. Scram! Move it! Get lost! He shrieked. Then he turned on the plane and we shot into the sky. As soon as we were airborne, he smacked his forehead with his paw. Cheese niblets, he squeaked. I forgot to get gas. My stomach dropped. No gas, I stammered. Bouncer roared with laughter. Just pulling your paw, mousy mouse. I chewed my whiskers. Oh, why did I agree to come on this awful vacation? I could have been relaxing at the soft squeak resort. I couldn't been playing shuffleboard. I could have been getting into a massage. Instead, I was telling to a crazy mouse, telling warped jokes. This wasn't a vacation. It was a nightmare. I told you so. And that's the end of this chapter from Geronimo Stilton. I hope you guys enjoy this. Bye.